Welcome back for another video. Today we play my favorite game on the NES, Little Samson. I have to tell you a little bit the story about this game. There is the evil Takid, the Prince of Darkness, which escaped his prison as this lightning is free him from the prison, and the Emperor ants call our four ears, which are Samson, the boy adventurer, Kikira, the Dragon Lord, Gamm, the Rock Lord, and KO, the Enchanted Beast, which is actually a mouse. Our first characters that we play in the game is Little Samson, the adventurer boy. He's a skilled mountain climber. He can scale vertical walls and also climb ceiling, on the ceiling as well. As I play tonight, I'm gonna play this game. I will show you the skills that each character has, and we start, as I said, with Little Samson. As you see, he can climb walls, so vertical walls, and he shoots bells. See, I think he shoots 3, 4 at a time. And yeah, he has got also a good jump, very high jump, and it's very agile as well. Each character in the game has got skills and is very useful for certain things. So at the moment, we are playing, as I said, Little Samson, and during the gameplay, I will explain you the manual as well. So I hope you will enjoy this video, and this is one of my favorite on the NES. Definitely is probably one of the top 10. The reason why I wanted to do a video about Little Samson is because I found a very positive review in the web, which make this game probably one of the best platformer on the system. And it makes it absolutely one of the best on the NES as well. So now we play as Kikira, the Dragon Lord. She never sleeps on icy surface, and if you hold the fire button, she can also shoot a stronger fire. Which in this gameplay I would not probably use it, because this is the easy level. On the easy level probably you don't need it. But yeah, to be honest, it could be useful against the boss, maybe some bosses. And the purpose why I want to make this video is to show you how beautiful is this game, and how much you can enjoy even the easy mode. Because the reason why I advise you to play with the easy mode is because the normal mode has got much more enemies, and it is extremely hard. The reason why it's also hard is not just because he has got more enemies, but also because it has a very big challenge, which is related to the loss of a character. If you lose a character, then you lose it, and you cannot utilize for the level. So this one is Gamm, the Rock Lord. Gamm the Rock Lord is a stone creature. He's very strong, and he can shoot his fist in all 4 directions. So for example, he can shoot vertically, like now, I did it. This is, I didn't know until I read the manual. I thought you can shoot only right and left. Actually, you can shoot in all directions, which makes this character extremely powerful. So even though he walks very slowly, but his punch is very strong. He can also walk on the spikes, as you can see. So you can read more attentively the manual and see. Obviously, he cannot duck. He cannot duck because he's made of stone. As you see, I tried to duck. Actually, I just realized that he doesn't duck. He's very slow, as I said, and but he's one of the most powerful between the 4. I prefer this sometimes to fight with him against the bosses. He's very strong, but only when you are very close. The next one is KO, the Enchanted Beast. He can run across water without falling. This is a very good one. I didn't know that until I read the manual, and I will show you a part in the game where I'm gonna use it on the wall and on the water. You can run across the water basically without sinking. Yeah. So the KO, the Enchanted Beast, which is actually the king of the mice. Yeah, as you can see, the mouse is very little, so it can go to tiny places. We can go in places where other characters cannot go. In this particular run, or in this level, you will see this tight place. You can only the mouse can go. You can also climb vertically on surface on the ceilings as well. So yeah, he shoots 3 bombs at a time. Okay, so these are the 4 characters explained. Okay, so these are each character has got, as I said, special power and special weapons and special abilities. Little Samson obviously is we could say is the captain of the 4 because you always start with Little Samson, but you can swap between them at any time during the gameplay. Okay, and at the end of each level you get a password, so the game really wants you to see the ends, in a sense that if you cannot pass a particular level, but you can repeat from the previous level if you write down the password. Okay? So once you beat a level, basically you don't need to redo it again, and you can master the next one. As I said, you always start the level with Little Samson. This is an extra life, so the game really helps you because now we have 4 extra lives. We should have 4 extra lives, so we gained another extra life. Then what else we can say about this game? This game has got extremely positive review on the NES. Personally, for me, this is one of the best platformer on the NES. I love it because it's easy. It has got a password system. I think in case you want to learn a particular part of any particular level that you struggle with, you don't need to start always from the beginning. Then you have 4 characters which you can choose from. For example, my favorite, I think, depends on the level, but I would say Little Samson. I tend to use it most of the time because it's very quick, but not always, not in every level, and I will show you which levels I would not use it basically. Then here, for example, is a tiny place. It's a tiny place, then you cannot go with a dragon, you can go only with a mouse. So you see how tiny is the space. So this is very useful. Here, for example, I change because, yeah, I change characters because that will allow me to refill the energy. So that bonus item. So now I fight first with the mouse. And why I'm using KO? I'm using KO because the bombs really are helpful against this kind of boss. As you can see, the boss comes from the floor, he appears on the floor, and you immediately shoot at him. This guy is very tricky. You don't need to get too close to him. Try to be as far as possible because if he touches you, he will remove you 4 units of energy. So here I'm using Little Samson. Okay, now I think I need to refill. Actually, I'm using now Kikira, and now I'm using the guy Gamm, the Rock Lord, which is very strong. So if you swap between the characters, the game is very easy because you have literally 4 characters. So if you are very low in energy with one, you can use the other one. Here, for example, don't go there, otherwise you lose a life. That's a tricky one because sometimes it gives you the art, the energy art in a very weird places. I would say don't gamble at all. Wait for the right moment. For example, like this. So when it's safe, take it. When it's not safe, don't take it. In this level, you can fall, for example. That's when I was saying, here, for example, is not a good idea to use any other character. Here you have to use the dragon. So the dragon lord, Kikira, she's actually a girl. She was a wizard which was transformed into a dragon. As I said, she doesn't sleep on the ice, and I will show you a level where you have to use it on the ice. Basically, she's very good on the ice. At the moment, as I said, little Samson is okay because he's very agile. For example, here in this level where you need to jump and dodge enemies, this level is probably Samson is the best. But as I said, not always. I tend usually not to use him all the time. For example, here we are safe to use Gamm, the Rock Lord, as he has got a very strong punch. And here I would use the mouse, the mouse. And then I'll probably swap back to Little Samson. As I said, at any time you can swap, anytime, which makes this game very flexible in terms of gameplay. So you will really enjoy it, and I would say probably for me, playing Little Samson with easy mode is one of the easiest games on the NES. I did a lot of research about what was the easiest game on the NES, and many people say that Little Samson is one of the easiest. I would say with the easy mode it's very easy to beat it with 1 credit, but if you would play it on the normal mode, I would not say that it will take you a very long time to beat. Probably you have to use password because it is hard. It is hard to beat on the normal mode for obvious reason. But the good news is that if you lose any characters, I mean, will not allow you to reuse it for the rest of the level. If you are struggling to pass the level, because sometimes if you lose Kikira, for example, she's very good against a certain boss, so you can decide to restart from the level using the password. The reason why I'm doing now this video, obviously for me, is very tough to beat it with 1 credit, considering that I've played this game only for I think a week or 2 weeks time. So to reach these skills on the easy level, it still took me about personally 2 weeks time. So I played it with pleasure, like an hour or 2 hours a week. So in 2 weeks, yeah, so if you play it, usually 1 attempt takes approximately 30 minutes. You will see that the more you play, the first 2-3 levels become very easy. I struggled a lot against this boss. The reason why I struggled with this boss is because you need to beat it. If you don't beat this guy, actually I would say this lady, because it looks like a lady, she's not female, you will really struggle for the rest of the game because you will lose all the 3 characters. You will remain only with Little Samson. Absolutely, you must learn how to beat her. So at the moment I'm trying to dodge the this fireball from her. I'm trying to fire when she gets closer enough. But I would say don't take any risk against her. Like this, I got the risk. It's okay. Sometimes she comes suddenly towards you and you don't have any time to dodge. But I would say that you need to find the right moment. Like this one probably is not the best time. I would say this could be good No, unfortunately, no, this was not good. You just need to go left and right. This is the best. See, here she's gonna lose a lot of energy. See? It depends where she appears. If she appears there, for example, see, this is a good one. Look how many. 3. Only one remaining. See, she died. So, with a little bit of luck, with Kikira, you can beat her. Now, this was probably a very important point in the entire game, because the next levels are actually okay. Here, for example, I'm gonna use Gamm. Gamm has got a very strong punch, as I said. This is an extra life, so we are collecting plenty of extra life. So next time that we swap characters, I will show you how many lives, extra lives we have. So yeah. But one thing at a time. Let's focus now on it. And I believe that Gamm is very good because here you have spikes, so he can jump on the spikes. So we are playing now with the easy mode, which doesn't have a lot of enemies, even though I believe that you have enemies at the moment. They are not like as difficult as the normal. The normal, I haven't tried it yet, but for me, if it took me, imagine, 2 weeks to learn the easy mode, imagine how long it would take you to learn the normal mode, which let you understand how difficult was the NES. NES for me is a platform that creates very good game in a sense that keep you busy for weeks, sometimes for months. I tried to play Zelda when it was last year, and I couldn't pass even the world the maze 6 of Zelda, the first Zelda. Wow. I was really annoyed with it and I stopped playing it. That probably Zelda is one of the hardest game on the NES, one of the longest game as well. This game, even though you can use password, but with little Samson, from start to end, it literally takes you 40 minutes to beat the entire game. And if you master it very well, it can even take you probably 30 minutes if you learn the pattern to kill the bosses. Certain bosses, I'm not fully aware how to beat it in the easiest possible way. It still takes me a very long time to beat the bosses, even with the easy level. With the easy level, the bosses are identical. No, we could say the difference is more about the levels. The levels are more difficult in the normal mode, but I think the bosses approximately are the same. Even though, as I said, if in the normal mode you lose a character, you cannot use it against the boss. So you have to be very, very careful. Okay, when you play the level. Okay, I think here, this is a kind of forest, but it has got some swamps, and in the swamp there is water, and remember, who can go on the water? KO can run on the water without sinking, okay? He can run, and as you see, the mouse, because it's very little, is, to stay above the water. So you can run across the water. Now let's take that heart that will increase us the level of energy. As you can see, the easy mode of each level is quite simple. It doesn't have too many enemies. So you can really chill out when you play this easy mode. Little Samson on the easy mode is really cool. I'm not saying that it's super easy because, as I said, it will still take you a week or two to beat the entire game. I decided to play it in the beginning. I played the easy mode with password. I'm really ashamed to say so, but yes, I did, because starting from the beginning is a little bit repetitive. Even though the game is very short, but my advice is don't play it always from the beginning. So use the password because you should move forward, and on your next day when you play it again, you should start from the level where you reach the previous time. This allows you to master, the entire game in a very reasonable time. That's why I believe that this game is one of the easiest. For this reason, because the password system makes it so easy and simpler compared to other NES games. So, yeah, as I said, in all my research which I made about this game, this is in the top 10 best game, so it's one of the best. It's also one of the best graphics as well. I really love the graphics of Little Samson. He has got fantastic graphics for the platform. For this system, if you compare this game to other, this is really outstanding in terms of graphics. And people also believe, as I said, is an easy game, is best graphics, and one of the best on the system. And back in the days, these had fantastic reviews as well. So fantastic feedback also from the expert of the video game. So that's why this is a must play on the NES. Definitely one of my favorite, if not the favorite, my top favorite on the NES system. And every time I play this game, I really enjoy it. Even though I knew the game well, I still have to practice because obviously after more than 30 years, it still took me time to get familiar with it again. But the fact that you can play it with easy mode, I really made my life much easier, because I wanted to make a video to explain the manual, to explain the characters, to explain the gameplay. And to be honest, if I had to do this with a hard mode, with the other normal mode, it would have took me much longer. So I would try to make a video with the normal mode, but the way I would probably suggest to play this in the normal mode is to split it in 2 parts, and then using a password in the middle, because I would not really spend hundreds of attempts to finish it with one go, because that would be literally impossible for me at this stage. But this game must be enjoyed the way that it was designed. It was designed to be played with password, because the normal mode is extremely hard from start to end. I would say if you see any video in the web, long play, maybe people use save state if you see something without any death. Definitely if you play with normal mode, you will see a lot of death. For example, in this gameplay, I literally died I think 3, 4, 5 times, but for keep the video not too long, to short the video, to make it shorter, I cut the part where I died, because obviously the video would have been 20-25 minutes longer. Because when you die, you restart from the beginning of the level. Obviously, it was a waste of time to show. For example, in this level, I think I died once, so I cut it from the video, because when you die, you also recollect the extra life. So in the end, you don't lose any life. So you have like a limited life in a certain way. So it was pointless to show you the replay of the same level. As I said, I think the boss fights are, once you have all the energy, it's relatively easy. Especially if you use Gamm. Gamm is very strong when the boss is very close to you. Another thing which is easier with easy mode is the energy level. So as you see, I have the maximum of each character. But in the normal mode, I think the energy cannot be increased more than 50% of the beginning, from the beginning of the day. Which means that if you can keep collecting more hearts like that, it would not increase more than that. For example, in this case, I took another heart, but it didn't give me extra. See, it is not giving me extra energy because there is a limit to the maximum energy unit you can have, even with easy. Now use Gamm, collect the extra life. I think here I did a mistake. I should have gone above the spike because you can also exit the level from the right, so that was a mistake. Ice Palace. The Ice Palace is very interesting because on the ice you can use Kikira, the Dragon Lord. She doesn't sleep. At the same time, I prefer, in this case, I prefer Gamm because it's very strong. But now I swap to KO the mouse because I think we need the mouse now. Because there is some narrow place to go, but also because the mouse can climb. So yeah, when I can use the mouse instead of little Samson, sometimes I prefer to use the mouse, because the mouse now, you could see, only the mouse can go to that space. So because I knew it, okay, I said, okay, let's use the mouse rather than little Samson. Okay, now I'm gonna use Gamm again because Gamm can walk on spikes. Do you remember the beginning? Gamms cannot duck, but he can walk on the spikes without taking any damages. Now we swap back to KO the mouse. So I'm not sure why they call him KO. KO, the king of mouse. Of the mice, plural. One mouse, 3 mice. Okay, now the KO is, as I said, he can climb walls like little Samson. That is very close, very similar. But Kikira, she cannot climb walls. At least I think it was a mistake. I should have probably used Gamm. Gamm was stronger, but it's okay. Now I think we are gonna swap again to Gamm because Gamm can walk on the spikes. But no, here the highs. Oh wow, a little extra life. Another extra life on the right. I told you this game is extremely generous in terms of extra life. Now the reason why I'm using Kikira because she doesn't sleep on the ice. So here, don't do the mistake of using little Samson. Use Kikira, and obviously use little Samson back to climb again. If you like, you can use Kikira again, because Kikira would not sleep on the ice. But in this case, yeah, I did okay, let's use Kikira again, because she doesn't sleep on the ice. Okay, this boss is for me one of the easiest boss, in a sense that this one, the first one, this one is just walk on this dead horse. This one is probably one of the easiest. You just need to wait and dodge. Shoot and dodge, basically. Shoot and then dodge. The same pattern again. Shoot and dodge. Again. Shoot, shoot and dodge. Only 2 remaining. 2 units remaining. And then you die. The next one is tough, I believe. It's tough, but fortunately it doesn't have a lot of energy. Only 1 left, you see. So I think you need to beat it several times, not just once. He has got only an energy unit left, but then it's gonna wake up, you see. And then he has got another 2, 1 left, 1 left. One left. Now I'm using little Samson. Another 1 left. This is recharging. I know he died. I thought we need to beat him 5, 6 times. So far I think we didn't die many times, and I still have 10, 12 life remaining. So now with the easy mode, it's 100% possible to beat the game. I think, you see, we have 11 life remaining. So and for each life you have 4 karate. So it's the equivalent of 40 lives. So that's why this game is extremely easy with easy mode. But my advice, even though it's easy, is easy once you learned it. So remember, I started playing this game I think towards the end of November, and now we are in December. So I think I started playing it 10 days ago, 10 days approximately, so a week and a half. Let's say a week and a half, 1 hour a day. So it's approximately 10 hours. It took me to master maybe less than 10 hours, a little bit less than 10 hours, but this is a kind of game that I would advise you to play if you don't have much time, and if you want to get acquainted with the NES. So I remember Nintendo was very difficult as a game. I had Nintendo when I was a child, and I really struggled to beat a game like Castlevania, Zelda, even Super Mario. Super Mario took me time. It takes time, eh? Not beat this Nintendo game in 10 days. So because I want to start get playing some Nintendo game again, I think start playing little things like Little Samson. It will help me to start playing something more complicated, like another game that I would like to beat is Bionic Commando. It's a game that is extremely hard. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take me. Another game that I would like to beat is Metroid. That Metroid is also a tough game compared to this one. So yeah, that's why the Little Samsung is definitely in the easiest list. Even if you play it with the normal mode, I would not say that is much harder, because the gameplay is identical, nothing changed. Only the way that the game punish you with when you lose a character. But you have 4 characters, so even if you lose one, it's not the end of the world. You can still use the other 3. So I mean, you have 4. 4 is a lot. Playing with 4 characters is a lot. As you can see, but if you die with 1, remember, when you fight against the boss, if you die with 1, you'll have to restart again the fight. So that's probably the hard part in this game. Not because you have 4 characters, you die with 1 and you start with the other 1. No, if you die with 1, you restart again the fight with the boss, from the first boss. Because every time you have to fight 2 bosses. So I would say that this makes probably the game a little bit more challenging. Otherwise it was obviously too simple. As I said, I prefer in the end to give the last attack with Gamm, the Rock Lord, because he has got a fantastic punch, very strong. He's probably the strongest among the strong men. Little Samson is agile, and he has a very good jump. That's why I like Little Samson in this kind of level. Imagine it with Gamm. With Gamm it would take ages, because Gamm walks very slowly. So yeah, so as you see, this was useless. It didn't give me any increase in the energy bar. The energy bar gets reset when you die, actually. That's why the game, I would say, is unforgiving. If you play and lose a life, you start only with 4 energy unit, especially in this latest level. It makes the game probably become very hard. That's why playing with password would really help, especially in the beginning. There is no sense to start always from the beginning, because in the normal mode the game will punish you. But the challenge of beating it from start to end without password would be extremely interesting. This will be probably a very interesting challenge. But this game usually is considered easy, one of the easiest on the NES, probably because you have to use password. I remember when I was playing Super Mario or Batman, I remember that there was no password system. At least for Super Mario, there was no puzzle system. So, yeah. Yeah, I want to really convince you. This is one of the easiest, one of the most beautiful, and one of the favorite among the NES from many players. Many players love this game, and he had very positive review. It doesn't take a huge amount of time to be mastered. You need to do 5, 6 days, 10 days maximum if you play half an hour a day. But obviously it's not a game that you would play for hours because it's very short. So it's a very intense and dense fight. So it's not something that like Zelda that you can hang around and explore. This game is a very simple left-right platformer game. So there is very zero to explore. You just need to walk from left to right. But I really love it because there is a lot of variation in the enemy. You fight against extremely different bosses. So the bosses are different. This is probably one of the most difficult boss. This is one of the hardest. Here probably you need a little bit of luck. But Kikira, the Dragon Lord, is definitely highly recommended. So with Kikira, and then try to be far from his mouth. For example, this case, because he attacks you with head. So in this case, don't be greedy in terms of hit. Just be patient and hit him at the right time. Don't be rushing at all because it's not worth it. If you die, you can start again from the beginning. Alright? So after we say that, we go to the... I think this is not the last level, but it's the one before the last. So, and this kind of monster, they looks like a jumping ball with the shape of a eye. So it's very annoying. Over here, Gamm cannot climb, so we use the mouse to climb. So the mouse is very agile and quick. I think we already reached the max. Yeah, we reached the maximum with all the characters. So now we are using Gamm, the Rock Lord. The Rock Lord, solid like a rock. Oops, I was silly because I should have used little Samson. It's okay. Unfortunately, when you shoot horizontally, you cannot hit the enemy which are on the floor. But it's okay. The mouse is very agile. You see the skulls, they don't touch you because it's very agile. Obviously the mouse, because it's small, is much quicker than the other three. So that's the advantage of using it. The disadvantage of Gamm is that it's very slow. That's why I swooped back to the mouse, because the mouse is very quick. Now I need to get my energy refilled, and I have to use the mouse to climb again. And I need to beat this guy. You can shoot like that. I forgot that you can shoot vertically. You remember when I said the manual about the Gamm that you can shoot vertically? That is an example where you can shoot vertically. Manual explained. Remember, you know, if you want to read the manual, please go back to the video, and I put a chapter in this video about each character, so you can stop the video and read attentively the manual. So this was the manual which was distributed with the game itself. And it's really, the game is very easy, but I still advise you should probably read the manual, because too many things in this game, too many characters. You have 4, you have to control 4, and you have to know exactly how to use them, and each one has got certain advantages and certain disadvantages. In this case, I'm gonna use Gamm again, but first we use little Samson to kill that plant, and then I should take that part first before I take the potion, the magical potion, which we can take it only with Gamm the Dragon, Gamm the Rock Lord, And now we have to take the mouse again to climb the wall. And then I took again the Gamm. It's solid like a rock. This guy is solid like a rock. Very, very solid and strong. Strong like a rock. I don't like this ghost because because I'm very slow, obviously. But what I like this game, every time you pass the level, you will get all the energy refilled, which really helps a lot. I think here I'm going to struggle a little bit because I have only 4 energy units really. So I prefer, because the mouse is very small, so it doesn't have too many units, energy units. Little Samson is quick, but I think I need to find the best way to attack this, because this boss is a little bit annoying. Yeah, that's how I need to play this game more to learn better patterns with the bosses. I'm dodging it, but I'm still getting too many hits. And now I have to use the potion to recharge my energy. See, I used this the Rock Lord because I was really thinking maybe the Rock Lord will help me. Yeah, and now this is probably easier than the first boss, than the previous one. This one, it still will take a while to beat her, but I found this one easier than the previous one. So, yeah. It still takes a while because she hides herself. See, she appears from other places, and she has got this ghost. Yeah, it reminds me the boss of stage 5 in Castlevania. I mean, Nintendo had fantastic ideas about, you know, the way they present the bosses. Very big creativity. They have definitely. It's a system that I really love because they create very innovative ideas. So in terms of variation of the enemy, landscapes change all the time, fantastic music. This game also got a fantastic music, and each level is different from the previous one. Each boss fight is a new boss fight in the sense of every boss has got a completely new pattern. So this is definitely one of my favorites on the NES. So it's challenging, but not that dramatically difficult that you will cry. It will let you cry, or it will let you break the joystick. This game is, in a certain way, is merciful. What I like about it is because it gives you a lot of extra life during the gameplay. When you play, you can find so many good items like extra life, arts for the energy refill. It's absolutely generous in terms of what you can get. You know, as long as you master it, so the game itself is fun. You need to learn the boss fights, which I believe it is probably one of the most challenging parts, the boss fight. But okay, it's doable. Now we are on the last level. On the last level, I prefer the Rock Lord because he can walk on the spikes. As you can see, that doesn't take any damage on the spike, and I believe that here is probably recommended to use him because he's a strong guy. So I think here there is another extra life, if I'm not mistaken. You can see there is an extra life on the right, so which you can collect only with the Rock Lord because he's on the spike. But no problem. The game is obvious. I mean, it's obvious that you cannot take it with the other three characters. So I believe that this game was designed for kids. So, you know, but it's still very challenging for an adult as well. I would not say that is easy, super easy, but if you put it in a context, okay, let's say I'm new to the console. Which game should I start playing on the Nintendo? Well, the answer is really obvious. I would advise you play Little Samson. It's an easy game to start with. Not super easy, but as far as I know, they are not super easy game on the NES. It was a very expensive console in terms of game. Each game was around £50 back in the days. So if people have to pay this amount of money, I mean, in Italy it was lira, so I remember it was 50,000 lira, which is today's worth probably £30 of today. A certain game was also 90,000 lira, so which is the equivalent of £50 maybe. So we cannot really say that. But Nintendo, they did a very fantastic job because they really kept you satisfied with the money that you spent. So this is the way I believe that it's a good console, because when you want to play a Nintendo game, the games are not cheap. The idea behind the games are fantastic, variety of enemies, boss fights are 100% beautiful, and you know, there is a variation in the graphics. This is the last boss. The last boss is actually one of the... This is if once you know how to beat him, it's not dramatically difficult, but maybe with easy mode it's okay, because you have plenty of energy, so you can take several hits. I believe that this one with the normal mode would be extremely hard. I think with the normal mode, this one would probably be hard with, but because I have plenty of energy, I think I would be fine. I should be able to beat it. As you see, I have still 10 extra lives. And obviously, remember, if you lose a life, then a character, you cannot use it. Okay, we beat the game! Yeah, we did! Obviously, with the easy mode, was easy, I would say, not extremely easy, it still took me some time, and several repetitions. So yeah, we have defeated the evil Taked. I hope I pronounce it correctly. And the kingdom is saved. Yes, our 4 characters have saved the kingdom. Fantastic. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a look at the manual. I will put some chapters in the description below. Please put a like to this video and subscribe to the channel. And I hope I will see you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye bye.